Good morning. It's Monday. It's a little after 9 a.m. and I had a pretty busy weekend, so I'm ready to just get this brand new week started. Currently, in my manuscript, I am still sitting at 17,400 words, which means I have to write 2,600 words, right? 2,600 words? I'm an English major. I don't do math. Haha, I was right. 2,600 words, which totally doable. So last week I wrote over 5,000 words for the week. The only thing though is that I start back school today. If you didn't know, I'm currently in school online to get my bachelor's degree in English. And so my semester, I guess you could call it, starts today. So some of my time is gonna be eaten up by that, especially because I'm taking a chemistry class this semester. Writing is gonna be kind of a fit it in where I can type of thing. This way, it gives you a more realistic look into what typical writing weeks look like, because they're not always like last week where I have literally nothing going on. Now starts the time where everything gets busy. It starts in August and goes until the end of the year, and everything is just busy all the time. I'm sitting at chapter 12, which is kind of daunting. Blank chapter. It's always super like overwhelming to like go into your document and it's just blank. I try to leave myself something, a sentence, a couple of sentences, a paragraph, just so like when I come back, I'm like, okay, I've already started this chapter, so like I don't need to stress about starting the chapter. But it is Monday, so fresh week, fresh chapter. So, after a 10-minute sprint, I'm at 230 words, and the color of the day is blue. I'm not gonna lie, those 230 words were a little hard. I wasn't really sure where I wanted to start this chapter, and then I kept going into past tense when my novel is in present tense. It took a little bit of getting back into it, getting a feel again, because sometimes it can be hard if you like even leave your novel for a day or two to get back into the voice and the rhythm and all of that. It is currently 10:12. I know I said it started at 9, but then I started clearing out emails and doing some school stuff, so I actually got started at 10, which is a little later, but that's okay. I think I didn't mention my goal for each day is 1,000 words. I know that seems like a lot, especially considering the fact that I'm in school now, but I really, really, really just want to get through this first draft as quickly as I can, because the plan is for NaNoWriMo, which is in November, I'm going to be doing a rewrite second draft. I really just want to get through this first draft as quickly as possible because NaNoWriMo is coming soon. Not anxious about that at all. I'm gonna take a quick break. I might go make another drink. I've already had 2 cups of coffee, so I think I might switch to decaf. It always just feels better writing when you have a warm drink. Also, I have a friend. Hello, friend. Hey, buddy. You okay? Oh, you look so cozy by your blankets. Hello, it's Tuesday, almost 9 a.m. and I'm tired. Today, however, I have a little less going on than I did yesterday, so I'm hoping I can get a little bit more done. As you saw, I only wrote like 600-ish words, but I'm gonna try something today that I didn't do yesterday. I'm gonna try and hit my 1,000-word word count goal before noon. So that way I can spend the afternoon editing today's clips, doing any schoolwork. So basically breaking up what used to be an 8-hour full writing workday into like 3-ish, 4-ish hours of just straight writing, and then 3-4-ish hours of any other work that I need to do. And I think that will be more helpful. I know I mentioned Kate Kavanaugh in my last vlog, which I will actually link her channel down below, because if you love watching writing vlogs or anything having to do with NaNoWriMo or AuthorTube, definitely check her channel out. It's great. I will also leave a couple of links to some of my other favorite AuthorTube channels if you're interested in watching more videos like this from other creators. She does all of her writing in the morning, like way earlier in the morning than I'm going to do, but it works for her. And I think it works for me too, because I don't know, I just feel way more productive sitting down and writing. Not like 6:30 in the morning, it's a little too early, but like 9 a.m. is a acceptable time. I think that's when most people start work. So I think from like 9 a.m. to like 12-ish, maybe 1, I think I just need to focus on writing, so that way anything else I have to get done can get done in the afternoon, and I don't feel guilty about taking time away from writing because I already got my writing done for the day. So as you can maybe see, I have finagled a janky dual monitor system. So I have my little blue laptop over here, which is my writing laptop. Literally only has Google Chrome on it, so I can't do anything else and get distracted. So this one is gonna be like my distraction laptop, if we're being honest. But it's my like music research laptop. So it's kind of like dual monitors, but not. It is 2 minutes until 9. So I'm gonna start writing. I'm so tired, but that's right. I'm not sure why I didn't think about it before, but I remembered that on the NaNoWriMo website, you can do goal tracking, like your own personal goal tracking. So I decided to do that for this novel so I can get a better idea of what a reasonable goal is to finish this first draft before NaNoWriMo. I'm currently sitting at 18,307 words, and I want to get to about, I think 60,000 is a good estimate for how far the story needs to go. So for that, I have to write between today and October 31st, 41,944 words. The thing I like about NaNoWriMo's tracker specifically is that it gives you a lot of information. So it gives you your average, the words you've entered for today, the target average words, how many you've written, how many you have remaining, what day you're on, how many days remaining, the projected completion date, which is February 10th, 2020, if I continue only writing 250 words a day. The words per day to meet goal is really also helpful, 641. By those calculations, if I write 1,000 words at least every day. I will definitely hit 60,000 before the end of October. So I think 1,000 is still gonna remain like my big goal, but I know that if I only write 636 words, it's okay. So with that being said, I think I'm going to grab another cup of coffee and then do maybe a longer word sprint, maybe 15, maybe 25 minutes. And I'm gonna continue to try to hit that 1,000 before noon. So not the worst word sprint, considering the fact that I hurt myself. So I was just sitting there writing my scene and I turned my forearm a certain way and pain. So I'm pretty sure it's just carpal tunnel, just from sitting in that like position that you write in. Just an occupational hazard, I suppose. I am going to take a break to kind of let the soreness subside and maybe the compression of the ACE bandage kind of help out the muscle in my arm to chill out. Not gonna let it destroy my writing flow. I'm still gonna keep writing today. I just have to be a little bit more careful about my wrist placement, I guess. So I'm gonna take a break and not type or anything, and then I will catch up with you guys later.
To me, it underscores our responsibility to deal more kindly with one another and to preserve and cherish the only home we've ever known.
It is Wednesday, it's a little bit after 9, and today's agenda is pretty lax. I only want to write and film another video. That's it. That's all I want to do today. For the past 2 days, I've been doing a lot of extra work, but today is going to be my sit down and focus day. So currently I'm sitting at 18,962 words, which means that I have a little bit over 1,000 words until I hit 20,000. So that is the goal today, to hit 20,000. But I also at some point need to film a video, which will hopefully be up by the time you're watching this. It's going to be a what is in my writer bag video, which I'm really excited to film because what's in my bag videos are some of my favorite. So I'm going to start out with a 10-minute word sprint like usual. Those have been like pretty good to get me going for the day. I actually really like this chapter because we're starting to see Brenna trying to find answers to the current situation, and it's her kind of like wild goose chase trying to figure out what she needs to do, and I'm really excited to write it. So let's do some sprinting. So for this scene I'm currently writing, I looked up breakfast foods and started scrolling, and now I'm really hungry. Oh, look how cute this is. Oh, heart toast. Also, I find food scenes are just really fun to write for whatever reason. They're really fun to read, and they're even more fun to write. So that scene came pretty easy and was just so much fun describing all the foods.
You sunbathing? Good boy. Hello. Go. Good boy.
Good morning. It is Thursday. It's actually a little bit earlier than I've been filming for the past couple days. It's a little after 8. We got started kind of early this morning, and I feel like I have some major Jon Snow vibes happening with my hair right now. So that's a thing. As you saw yesterday, I hit 20,000 words. I don't know why I did jazz hands, but yes, I hit 20,000 words in this first draft. And I know it doesn't seem like that big of a deal, but for me, this is one of the first projects that I have worked on that was outside of like a NaNoWriMo or a Camp NaNoWriMo. In general, it's hard for me to find motivation to keep writing for the rest of the year. And so like I started this project in May. I was working on revisions of another project and it just wasn't working and I needed to go somewhere else, and I had this idea that I was going to do for NaNoWriMo last year, but I ended up doing something else. But this idea is still kind of sitting on the back burner. Right now just felt right, or I guess then in May felt right, and it still feels right. This novel is so much easier for me to write, which I wasn't expecting. Being able to hit such a big milestone feels amazing. I'm still only a third of the way realistically through the book, so I still have a long way to go, but it definitely feels like I've accomplished something. Like, it feels like 20,000 words, and it was 20,000 over 3 months-ish of really hard work and really dedicating myself to this novel. So before I get all misty-eyed again, I am going to move on and tell you what my plans are for today. So again, I want to keep writing. I feel like getting over 20,000 is like giving me a breath of fresh air to put my head down and keep going, but I also need to film, or I guess record the voiceover for the video yesterday. So that is my goals. Those are my goals for today. So again, first I'm gonna start out by getting another cup of coffee. Second, we're gonna start with a 10-minute word sprint, which has been my routine for the past week. I've been getting started at 9, doing a 10-minute word sprint, and then continuing to do word sprints throughout the day. I think that's working. So let's go get some coffee, and then we'll start writing.
think I have one of these.